Yeah, I would say that, traditional finance and fintechs, just like a lot of the other, entities in a capitalist system, are moved by user demand, right? So it comes down to user demand, and why will user demand gravitate towards DeFi, right? And so then there's the question of how will that happen? Why will that happen? Um, I think that there is a skepticism about blockchains and DeFi and cryptocurrencies and all this stuff that's born out of a fundamental misunderstanding of how attractive this is to users. And I think this misunderstanding has permeated a lot of different bank conversations that we've had, and a lot of different conversations with fintechs. And a lot of these people years ago were saying, we're never going to need custody. We're never going to need to hold a Bitcoin ever. It's not going to even exist in a number of years. And then the users said, I want Bitcoin, right? I want Bitcoin. And then they said, I want other coins. And so now there's like this dash to get custody, right? To get custody as a fintech, to get custody as a bank. And I think what this shows is what the pattern is going to be. The pattern is going to be very simple. Banks and fintechs are going to say, I don't understand this. This doesn't take the shape of things that I'm used to. This doesn't work the way that I'm used to it working. I'm going to ignore it, or I'm going to think it's not real, or it's going to go away in a few years. Let me be very clear with all the fintechs and banks, which I am in every call I have with them. This isn't going away. This is the internet coming for a big part of your business. And the question is how you adapt to that, just like 20 years ago you had to adapt to the internet. That's what this is. This is the internet coming for the financial industry, period. That's what this is. You thought it was fintech interfaces taking your users. It's actually this infrastructure that's going to do everything that institutions do right now, but it's going to do it in a more controllable by the user, more transparent way. And so as a fintech and as a bank, I think what people should think about is how do they meet that upcoming user demand? So the first question is, will there be user demand? By the way, if the same guy who told you you're never going to need custody of Bitcoins is advising you on the upcoming demand from DeFi, fire his ass. He doesn't know how it works. He was wrong once, he's going to be wrong again. And you're going to be behind in the future, just like you are now with custody of crypto. If you're a bank, if you're a fintech, I would strongly recommend that you ask yourself when and why users will want to use decentralized financial products. Here's one answer. A bank can give them 1%. On Aave, they can get 8%. The only reason they're not on Aave is because they don't know how to get on Aave. If you get them on Aave, that's it. And it's going to be the same story again and again with financial product after financial product. And so if you're a fintech and if you're a bank, I think what you should do is think about how can you provide access to these protocols from your interfaces, because you own the user relationships and you're very good at that, just like Kane said. And if you want to keep owning those user relationships, you all know that you have to keep giving the users what they want. And if the users want cryptocurrency now, what they're going to want soon is the ability to earn interest on their cryptocurrency. And then they're going to want to be able to use their cryptocurrency in protocols related to derivatives and so on and so on. And the people who give them that access are going to be the people who retain their business. So I think fintechs and banks should really, really seriously consider if this is or isn't going to continue. And if it is going to continue, it's not going to be small. It's not going to be a small percentage of their business. It's not going to be a small thing. It's going to be a big thing. It's going to be the way the entire lending industry works, the entire derivatives industry works. Just like there's so many people right now putting their assets into cryptocurrencies. And the prediction was, cryptocurrencies won't even exist a few years from now. So I think there should be a very serious reconsideration by fintechs and banks about just how quickly this will become a key competitive question for them.
That, I think, is just about as perfect a place to wrap up as I can possibly imagine. Kane, Stani, Sergey, always great to talk to you guys. Really enjoyed this conversation. And to everyone watching, I hope this was valuable, and thanks for having us.